everybody? We are back with another. Did you like that? That was exciting, wasn't it?
God,
we are back with another episode of the Moto Aftermath Show.
It's 90 degrees.
Got chills, sweating to death. I don't know how you two are wearing pants. How are you wearing pants?
He's wearing a long sleeve shirt, dude.
90 degrees and humid.
Well, when I got up at 6:30 this morning to drive here.
By the way, Cole drove all the way here from up north, so he's a trooper.
So what is up? We are back with another episode here because racing is back, baby. We're going back. We're going to Utah for 7 rounds here. Woo. So let's start off with the stuff we usually do. So obviously all 3 of us are here right now. We also have a new guy, the man behind the camera. We got Max over there with 601 Media. Max, say hi. Okay, great. Good shot.
That was awesome.
Max is doing all of our video editing and everything now, so if everything starts to look better, it's because I'm no longer doing it.
So chances are it's going to look better.
Chances are it is.
No problem. So, in case you guys forgot, show is sponsored by TLR Coatings, Michigan's, I guess we call it premier custom powder coating shop. Because let's face it, I'm getting some stuff in here that I'm.
Alfa Romeo sitting out there.
The Alfa Romeo sitting out there.
I don't know if y'all ever been in one of those, but the interior in that thing is fire.
So, I mean, what do I gotta do to test drive that boy?
Well, first off, it's on jack stands right now.
I'm just saying, when the wheels come back,
you can get in
that thing around the block a little bit.
And then we're also sponsored by Durango Custom Guitars.
Nice.
Or Durango Guitar Works. Yes, that's what it was.
Good thing he likes us.
Whew. I felt almost. It's been so long, and we don't have notes because everybody was like, "Are we having notes?" And I was like, "No, we're gonna wing this old school style."
So
that's
usually how we do it.
Yeah. So anyway, Durango Guitar Works for all your custom guitar needs because they make guitars fit for you, not for everyone. I just made that up on the fly. That was pretty good.
That was trash.
That was
horrible.
Bro,
that was horrible.
I sent it, and it was good.
That was like
that just disappeared.
It was great, man.
Fizzled out.
It was great. So, also, if you don't watch the show here, you can listen to us on the podcast. We'll have those also. You can also follow us on all the major social media networks. Cole's running the Twitter tweeting fingers. Max is now in charge of the Insta bangers, so he's got all those up there. Max also does moto edits, so if you're out riding, your boy's taking some iPhone footage. Again, look him up, 601 Media. We will tag them, and he can do your edits for you for super cheap. All you gotta do is send him the footage.
Better than all the rest.
And then you can be featured on our Instagram too. So I mean, it's a win-win-win for everyone. Because
that's a whole lot of content in a whole lot of places.
Yep.
That is.
So anyway,
one penetration.
God.
It's gonna be like the intro with the podcast.
This is the worst intro ever. Oh my God, we need to get back in the flow. So as you can tell, we've been off for how many weeks have we been off?
2 months.
2 months or 8 weeks?
I'll be honest with you guys, I'm glad to be back.
So yeah, me too. Me too.
I was not gonna lie. I mean, luckily I've been able to stay working, but it's been very boring without races.
Yes, it has.
I mean, we normally go through when we go from Supercross or from outdoors to Supercross, but we know that's coming.
Yes.
So for this,
you need to get an Xbox. Supercross 3, I'll put you over.
First
Jesus,
off,
you got aggressive. Hell just now.
You will not do to me on Supercross 3.
Oh, dude, I will give you a lap head start.
No.
All right, we're getting all right.
We're gonna have a live stream face off, and I'm gonna beat him into the ground.
Let's table that conversation. It's weird now. Like now,
what is it?
Can we put that camera and that camera?
Hang on, am I talking to that camera or who am I talking to?
Can we put the clip in of what is it, Taken, where he says "good luck" when he says that to me? Because
that's a good point though. With Cole, that's like I just realized that he was looking at that camera. Should I look at that camera? And what are we doing?
No, I mean it's.
This is really weird.
I don't know.
There's so much going on.
It's kind of trial and error. You guys are a part of it. So
whatever.
Look at the fans.
So anyway, okay, so we're going back racing. We're going to Utah. We're finishing the 7 rounds. We're doing 2 races a week. We're going Sundays and Wednesdays. The times, I don't even really know the times because I've heard I've seen it once.
3 o'clock or so.
Sundays
on Sundays, and then
Wednesdays
prime time on Wednesday.
Well, the first Wednesday one is 10 o'clock at nighttime. That one's going to suck. But then it goes to 7.
Okay, see, that's changed because the first ones I saw was like 1 o'clock on Sundays and like 5 o'clock on Wednesdays.
Well,
10 o'clock their time?
No, our time.
10 o'clock. 10 o'clock?
No, Wednesday, the first Wednesday race is 10 o'clock our time.
Okay.
Because it's a 2-hour difference between us and Utah.
Okay.
But then I think you are right. Then I think it goes back to like 2, 3, and 5. So the primetime thing is 5 o'clock on Wednesdays. But the first 2 are kind of like, I think they're just testing it out.
Yeah, and then the first 3 rounds are east, and then we go
west,
2 to west,
east,
and then east, and then the final. So we lost the shootout. which kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But
And
whatever.
we obviously lost the Triple
Whatever,
Crown.
dude. I'm just
Yeah,
glad
we
we're
did
in
lose the
races,
Triple
right?
Crown,
Yeah.
but we've got racing going on. The
Did you
other
guys
thing
get
I've heard,
Pulp MX?
What?
Did you guys get your Pulp MX email?
oh yeah,
Go about
oh
fantasy?
that's right. Shit, we almost forgot that. So don't forget too, we have our fantasy league,
Yeah.
and we are doing prizes for the top three.
It's gonna get a little hectic, and hopefully
Well-
Wyman didn't get the email.
And the thing that sucks, and the thing that sucks too is the way I interpret it is the
Oh, you
times.
read the email?
No, I skimmed
Oh.
through it. I skimmed through it.
I just
I
I
gotta study up.
The way I read it is that your time to get your teams in is now actually going to go down an hour.
great.
So like instead of having this huge time because of practice being abbreviated,
I'm gonna have alarms set.
well, dude, Wednesdays I'm gonna have to like just wing it and just because I'll be at work when everything's going on, so I'm gonna just wing it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
yeah, this is gonna be shit.
Yeah, well, I'm
It's gonna
screwed.
be hectic.
I lost.
It's gonna be hectic for riders, team
But I don't
owners,
care.
fantasy owners.
Oh, we don't care.
It doesn't matter because
in
we're
it.
back racing. So,
Yep.
so you talk about abbreviated schedule. We've got. I heard there was no free practice, but then I heard there was. So I don't really know on that. But there's no track walk. There is. They're going to change the track, and I heard the drastic changes will come between the Wednesdays and Sundays because obviously we have more time. There's going to be a lot less changes going between Sundays and Wednesdays tracks.
Well, it's gonna be tame for the first couple rounds.
Yes, tame for the
It's
first
gonna
couple.
be really interesting to see who can really dial in their setup on the main portions of the
Well,
track.
then less guys. Well, you're also not going to have your same amount of guys on your teams to help dial in the chassis and stuff like that. Also, the thing that's going to
All
be.
it takes is to pick up a phone, dude.
Well, I know, but you know how these guys are, and we'll get into that. But like, did you guys also think about the fact that you know what it's supposed to be in Utah this Sunday? It's supposed to be 92 degrees out. 92 degrees on a Supercross track,
Didn't
open
even look at
stadium.
Kenny.
Nah,
Not
92
good.
degrees, open stadium on a tamed down track, a small stadium
At elevation.
at elevation. Do that first round. I don't expect everybody to make it to the main. I don't expect guys to be just like. I think they're going to get to that main because I think when the main goes off, I think it's supposed to be like a high of 91. Yeah, that's
It's gonna be weird.
riding a Supercross track in the summertime is completely different than riding when it's 60, 70 degrees out.
Yeah, definitely.
Is everybody sad that we're going to Utah and not to like Arizona or whatever, like we were talking?
I think the track is, like I said, the open stadium. I think the track is going to be terrible. I think by
Probably.
I think by the mains, I think the track is going to be so blue grip.
Do you think we're gonna get a mutter before it's over?
I bet at least one. Utah.
Yeah, I mean the chances with that many races in that amount of time.
And at that point,
it's gonna be rain.
and it's going to be a grease fest now because now we're getting to the point where it's hot out. So if it does rain and then it stops, dude, it's going to be terrible.
Gnarly.
It's not going to be like Seattle mud.
So
No.
what is it? 48 hours before each race, they have to do.
You get you can't leave. There's going to be no guys leaving the state. They're stuck in Utah. the whole
Yes.
entire time.
No,
Because you get 2 days. You get 2 days.
Yeah, you have to be there 2 days early, 48 hours early to get tested.
Because Matt has made the joke with the last Pulp Show about, well, people sneaking off in the middle of the night going back to California. It's like,
Yeah.
that ain't happening. Because you go back in, you get tested. Even on the Wednesday to Sunday, you take a chance of not being able to race that next Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not happening. Like, they're stuck there the whole
And
entire time.
the thing I heard is that
So-
they made a pretty ironclad rule book for this.
Oh, yeah.
It is pretty, whatever you could think of, they went through and did it. So-
Yeah, I just was kind of scrolling through it today. I didn't read into it anymore, but from what I understood, you guys might know, but Jimmy Johnson got disqualified in NASCAR.
Because he tested positive?
No, it's
Oh.
something about masks or something.
Oh,
Maybe-
okay.
Maybe one of his members didn't have a mask on or something like that. I didn't read into it much, but I know he got disqualified.
I don't
Well,
know.
the big question is, and we're not going to talk about the pandemic throughout of all this, even though it's relevant. But what happens if one of these guys say
Has a cold.
Say
Has a
Kenny.
temperature.
Say, and we'll just say Kenny. Say Kenny tests positive. Okay, no, I'll give you a better hypothetical. And I said, and me and Matt were talking about this. Last round, 1-2 points between him and Eli. Don't matter who's out front, and one of those guys tests positive on the night before. What do you do?
Shit's burning down.
Is Feld gonna say, "Well, sorry"?
No, they're not going to say sorry. Remember when Carmichael said, I'll just be done for the season?
But it's a relevant question, though. I mean, we
Oh,
would
it
all
is.
like to think that they'll just be like, well, nobody needs to know, but also this is a different situation than anything we've ever dealt with before.
Yep.
So I don't think they've addressed it because they don't want. I don't think that Prater and all them have thought like they don't want to even think about that happening. But what happens?
I would say the rules that they've laid out there, that from what I understand, it's pretty steadfast. Of that is, if you test positive, like that's it, you're done. Like,
Well, then you got to think about that. Whoever tests positive, if the other person benefits from it and wins the championship that way, Nah, everybody's going to look at it completely different. It's like Eli came out with a post earlier this week talking about he just wants to get back to racing because he knew there'd be an asterisk next to it if he had won when it stopped at Daytona.
Yeah.
And it don't matter if it's Eli, Kenny, or somehow Cooper Webb. If somebody wins this championship because somebody else didn't get to race, it's not. Everybody's going to be looking at it different.
Yep.
So I hope that it doesn't come down to that, but we got to think about with as sick as these guys, their immune system because they work so hard are compromised a lot of the time.
Yep.
Take out Kenny from that situation. It's very possible that one of these guys could get sick throughout this whole entire time.
I honestly believe, people, I mean, you can get political on it a little bit, but they're talking about people being sick back in December.
Cooper Webb.
Cooper Webb was super sick.
A1 St. Louis, yeah.
2 weeks. Trains with Osborne. He was sick too.
Yep.
I would imagine maybe them boys already have it and they're good to go.
I really hope that this doesn't happen, but I highly doubt we get through these next 3 weeks without somebody else,
something weird happening.
somebody testing positive for it. And then we're going to find out, what are they going to do? Are we
Yep.
going to hear about it? Are they going to just sweep it under the rug?
Under the rug.
Because the same thing goes for the 250 guys. What happens with Chase, his big lead right now? What happens if he tests positive?
Oh.
He misses a round. That's a big point swing right there. Same thing with Ferendis.
Yep.
So it's going to be interesting. I mean, I hope it doesn't get to that point, but we have to think about it. It's a possibility.
Taking a step back into the schedule, what do you guys think about the primetime race? Do you think that's going to grow the sport at all, get more eyes on it? Or are you on the Mathis, we're just a niche, we're never going?
The initial day, when we have the races right now, yes, I think we'll get more eyes. Do I think we carry a whole bunch of that with us? No.
I think the Wednesday rounds will be pretty big, unless the first one not so much. It's on 10, bigger, because right now there's no sports going on.
Yes.
I mean they're slowly but yeah, I think it's not going to carry over. But I think those Wednesday ones, if they're on at 5, 6 o'clock with nothing going on, especially with NBC trying to pump as much content as they can because they don't have anything. Yeah, I think you'll see a spike in some of the viewership and stuff, but I don't think
It won't stick.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah,
as much as I hate to say that, I agree. I don't think it'll stick.
So
Because I saw something interesting on that. Barstool Sports, we all know what Barstool Sports is, and they're getting into NASCAR. And they've really pumped up NASCAR and gotten a lot more
they've had
eyes
to.
on NASCAR.
I mean,
there's nothing else going on. So.
And people will get mad about it probably, but if Barstool gets some eyes on motocross and tries to start something, I think that could be
that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
awesome. Dude.
I love Dave Portnoy.
I do too.
I love him because he's outspoken.
Yep.
I love it. I think it'd be great. We need stuff like that. We've talked about this and off the show. We need more guys outside.
And he would
the
come
sport.
into the sport, not give a shit about all the politics that are already laid into motocross.
And if I heard the number right, he sold some of his rights to someone just recently for like $200-300 million. I might be a little wrong on that, but it was
Penn, the gambling company or a casino or something like that, bought him out for
big number.
Yeah,
So he's got the money.
he's got money.
So if he can come in, yeah, we need something like that. We really do.
Crazy.
Cool.
So,
Hey, there's already a bunch of established outlets out there, media outlets. They're gonna need a new one. We're a little edgy like Barstool. Maybe we can just.
Why don't you go ahead and send them a DM there, bud?
I will, dude. I'll put together a promo tape.
Hey, one thing I just thought: how many hate comments do you think we're going to get about social distancing with the way we're sitting?
I don't really care.
Okay, all right, cool. Anything else, grand scheme wise here? We obviously don't know anything about outdoors. That schedule still is not out. The GPs, I heard,
August.
have been pushed back to August. Loretta's, they're starting to get some of these super qualifiers or whatever the hell it is in. But other than that, and that's supposed to go off as planned.
That's a whole nother
The GPs are getting
conversation.
screwed though, man, because they're going in August and then they're not going to get done until like the end of November, early December.
Whatever.
And you're talking about some of these countries they're going to go to where it snows. So you're looking at some of these races are going to be in the snow.
Hell yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yep. So I think, everybody talks about the way the stuff we're going through, but you got to look at them. I mean, they aren't going. If they gets pushed back to August, they aren't getting a break for like 4 or 5 months. Like we at least get, from this to nationals, depending on how nationals go. Those guys are literally going to be going hard for 4 months every weekend, no break.
Hurling's still.
Oh, he does for sure.
All right, cool. Anything else, or we'll jump into the classes here and kind of.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So we'll take a quick break. We'll come back. Are we doing 250s or 450s first?
Let's go 250s because we got East and West. To talk
Okay,
about.
so we'll do 250s first, and then we'll go to 450s. So we'll be right back. Okay, 250s here.
I'm
going
from like this.
Are you?
Are you scanning?
These 3 camera setups really getting you guys.
Yeah.
It's weird, dude. I feel like I got to talk into all of them, even though I know it's catching everything.
No, it's fine. All right, so we'll start 250s. We'll start East Coast. And so obviously on the East we have Sexton's leading. He's got like a 10-point lead over Shane. So here's my thoughts on this. Shane is really good on this kind of dirt, isn't he?
He had a
He's
hell
won
of a
Utah.
ride in Salt Lake a couple
Well,
years.
So-
yeah. 18, right? When he beat AC and
He came from like 4th or 5th, and he had that hot line in the whoops, blew past AP, AC, like.
he's good on that concrete and dirt, man. We know it fits Shane's style. It's good. It's good for him. And not to say that Chase isn't either, because Chase is.
Yes.
But it definitely suits Shane's style more than anything.
Yes.
And getting starts, like I said, if it's tamed down those first couple rounds, where it's going to be one line, it's going to be traction's going to be. Start's going to be short. Shane could pull. What was the first round for East Coast this year in Florida? Jacksonville, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Was it Tampa?
Whatever. Pull a ride like his
Tampa,
opening.
yeah.
Opening
Right.
round,
Yeah.
Yeah. Pulls a holy in gaps.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying it's going to happen, but yeah, we all know he's very good on this dirt.
Yep. That was when they said where it was. I was like, oh boy, Chase is gonna have his
Jordan
hands
Smith,
full
dude,
here.
He's just gonna.
Oh God. Is
RJ's
he-
out too. So.
I was gonna say.
I heard he was gonna try to ride though.
I heard that
I
too.
agree with
but
Michael
then,
Lindsay. He'd be dumb.
I was
That
gonna
would be
say.
dumb.
That'd be very, very dumb.
Weren't
for a
they
guy.
interviewing somebody on that show too that was like, no, he's not even on the bike?
Well, they interviewed Rarick at the end of it, but I don't know why that'd have been him because I don't think he has any affiliation.
Yeah, he does because he
He's a
works for
Baker's
fucking
factory.
Oh, that's right.
Baker's,
Yeah.
dude.
Okay, I forgot he made that
Yeah,
sense. So,
no,
yeah, it'd have been
Rarick said no.
It'd have been Rarick.
That was who it was.
It'd have been dumb.
Good looking dude.
Great looking guy.
Anyway,
Okay, that's
Slays the bro.
used to be a bad on a dirt bike for a little bit.
Slays the tin.
bad. Anyway,
Yeah, anyway.
Anywho,
So we're losing even though he only won a main in the Triple Crown. We're losing a guy in that. But that also opens up the door for my guy, Pierce Brown.
no.
Because I've been pumping that. You guys know on the group text.
dude, Pierce Brown is fast.
Well, he's been training with your boy. And
which one?
Zach.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
training
Well,
with your
of,
boy
course
Zacco.
of course he's fast.
And yeah.
Bulldog mentality, bro.
All
We're
right.
about, we're about to bulldog
okay.
it. We're gonna bulldog it.
Okay.
I gotta wait to see Pierce Brown stay out of the brown. He's on the dirt a lot.
He's staring at the brown. Yeah, he was in the brown in Daytona, and he probably never mind.
Dude,
no.
the brown is always down so far this season. So
But bro, he's fast when he's up.
He's
there.
fast.
He's fast.
Okay, so talking about them, talking about staying on two wheels. Do you guys think that if he can keep it on two, do you think he gets a podium? Because I already
Yep.
said I expect him to get 2 podiums by the end of the season.
I don't know about 2, but I think
I
he can get a
don't know.
podium if he can keep it on 2.
Well,
wheels,
you gotta think about, even though we know East Coast is stacked, you take RJ out of it. You got J Mart, Chase, Shane, and Marchbanks. And we get to Marchbanks too. That's pretty much the 4 guys that he's gonna have to
yeah,
contend
so
with.
that's I'm not down with Brown.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Anyway, but I think he's gonna do well. I think this time off, he was a little hurt going into the season. He kind of just got thrown right into it. He didn't really know what to expect. But now he's been training down at the Baker factory consistently. Like I said, I expect him to see 2 podiums out of him.
What about? Oh, okay.
No, that's what I was gonna say.
Oh, okay.
Racing.
What about Marchbanks? Wins his first race, and then now we've been off for 8 weeks.
I seen a video of him and he's looking good. But
Has the confidence high gone?
Yeah.
It's been a little while.
been-
yeah, because he also said he was riding a lot of outdoors too. So he had only like two times.
He
on
was looking
Supercross.
forward to the other series.
Now,
Do we think that was part of it? I can't remember if we made a comment about that when we did the Daytona wrap up, but we kind of agree that it was maybe that had been part of the reason why he did what he did because it's Daytona.
Maybe.
I mean, because he was good at the first couple rounds,
But
but
even
he
that,
wasn't.
on real indoor stuff, he was looking pretty good.
He was looking good, but I feel like he wasn't really on par with the top 4 guys.
Yeah, he
leading up
was
to
just
that
like a
race.
step off.
But he's also from Utah, so maybe being back home, maybe that'll be a little bit of
Juice
juice to it.
sleep in his own bed. I guarantee that he's got a track in his house.
Yeah, I think he does.
If not, they're building one.
What is this construction?
God.
Keep talking.
All right.
Talk about Hunter Lawrence coming back.
Oh yeah. Hunter Lawrence.
Oh, boy.
Cole's kind of a dick. He doesn't really. Yeah, I'm calling you out right now.
Okay, well, because you.
Cole's a Hunter Lawrence hater, but he's on his
No,
brother's
I like
bike.
Hunter Lawrence.
Oh, okay.
I like Hunter Lawrence.
All right.
I
You guys
like
were giving me
both.
shit after outdoors.
I like both of the Lawrence boys.
Okay.
Okay, but I'm shitting on his outdoor season because you talked him out like he was Hurley,
I know. Whoa.
and I didn't see him in the top 3 ever.
Whoa. Because he didn't get starts, and that bike was trash.
The only time he ran toward the front was Fox Raceway, where they were riding every other day.
Well, he won High Point. Remember? He won the first Moto High Point. Remember?
Nope. Must not have been a flashy ride.
This dick doesn't even remember Hunter Lawrence winning the first Moto High Point.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
God.
Oh.
Jesus Christ, you're sometimes.
Oh, what?
God.
So
Is that relevant to the rest of his irrelevant season?
You don't remember him leading AC off the track? Where the fuck were we at in the rain where he was leading AC off the track? He's like, my bad. I know I'm not supposed to do that.
So
I'm more shitting on your comments toward Hunter Lawrence and how underwhelming he was. To what you brought to the table.
Like I said, his starts were shit and the bike kind of sucked.
You kept your hand on my fucking face.
But I'm not expecting him to come out and set the world on fire. But I think he's gonna be throwing a wrench. He's gonna throw
right in the face.
He's gonna throw a wrench in. I think he can throw a wrench in there. I really do. I don't think he's gonna go out and win. I don't even know if he'll podium. Because he's never raced Supercross before. He's just practiced it, and every time he does, he gets hurt.
I heard he's flying at the test track, though. According to his agent.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Of course, his agent's going to try to sell
his agent says that, man,
he's been training with Dino, you know? Him and...
I think that's a good combination of dudes.
Him, Jet, and Dino? Yeah,
fit.
For sure.
I heard he's faster than Jet.
Well, if that's true, if it is true, and I'm a big Hunter Lawrence fan, I also like Jet, but Hunter's my guy. If that is true, I think that he's going to podium then.
I think so too, yeah.
But if it's not, then, I think...
So you better knock Brown down. You still want Brown on the podium?
Well, I don't know what Hunter's going to do. I have never seen Hunter race a Supercross race before. At least with Pierce, we've seen what he's done, and we know that he's got the speed. He just can't keep it on two wheels. With Hunter, I don't think anybody knows what to expect. He can come out and win the whole thing, or he might get 8th. We don't know.
Hunter's got a lot of speed, but he, of course, can't keep it on two wheels also.
Which is very odd for a guy as smooth as he actually is.
Probably. Yeah.
He doesn't normally hit the ground ever. So, I think it'll be interesting, but yeah, I think that it's pretty much down to Shane and Chase.
Oh yeah, it's totally down to Shane and Chase.
There's a ghost
without
walking
a
in
doubt.
the door right
There's
now.
a ghost walking in the door. Is it a 4-foot tall ghost? Anyway, okay. So what have we covered here? We've got Hunter Lawrence. We've talked about Chase. Is Jeremy Martin coming back?
Yeah, he'll be there. He'll be riding. Why wouldn't he? He didn't get hurt.
He needs that top 3-point bonus.
I mean, do we think he's going to actually do anything at any point, or is he just going to be all pissed off because Chase got his ride? And
he's been really low key. He's been real low key. Well, he kind of always is, but he hasn't really posted any riding videos. So I don't know. I mean, maybe he's just riding outdoors at this point.
I think he's for him.
So we don't do social media.
I think outdoor. Well, I think outdoors.
Next baby also looks like it was Mookie's.
It was.
Anyway,
his
I don't want to.
Whatever.
Know.
We all saw the
Jake
photo.
Weimer thing.
We all saw the photo. You guys can.
Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what to expect out of J Mart. I mean, I think he's just going to kind of come back and do what he's been doing up until this point.
We were all underwhelmed with his performance up until this point, though, right? Because we thought he was coming in with this fire. Everybody talked about this fire, and he was feeling slighted because he didn't get the 450 ride.
But I was also kind of being a realist on the situation. He hadn't. Like, racing is completely different than riding.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Well, we all know that for him, it's always good. It's always been outdoors. It's always been outdoors. We don't know what's going to happen with it.
Here and there, you can cork a win out.
Well, yeah, he's won. I mean, he's won 6 or 7 Supercross mates throughout his career. So we just kind of always know what it's been with J Mart come Supercross and stuff. I expect him to kind of do the same thing. I think that maybe he has a shot at one win, but other than that, and maybe it's the East-West shootout, But other than that, I don't really know. I think that it's pretty much down to Shane and Chase, and then, like I said, you throw Marchbanks, Hunter, Pierce Brown in there, some different things going on. But we kind of know it's down to those two, because everybody else at this point is pretty much out of the points. Because I don't know how far back third is, but it's not really that close.
Nope.
I think it's
you out on Jordan Smith?
Well, Jordan's not even coming back anyway. So.
Really?
Yeah, no, he's done.
Oh, okay. I forgot how toast he was actually.
Yeah, no, he's done. He's done pretty much for the year. I don't think he's coming back.
Like forever?
He didn't die.
Forever.
He didn't die.
I mean,
Oh, as far as pro circuit?
Speaking of people being done forever, we'll get into that in the 450 class.
Okay. Yeah, no. I don't know where you're going with that.
Vogel.
Oh,
yeah. No, he's done for the season though. He's not.
Not Bogle. It's Chief Luke something, whatever the fuck.
Pocket EMX. Pocket EMX.
His music ain't bad.
I don't know.
So apparently he dropped a new song. Everybody thought it was cool. Whatever.
I saw that name pop up on my Instagram feed, and I was like, who the f***?
But anyway, no, Jordan's done for the year though. He's not even come back for outdoors no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he'll just quit riding. So
he might just quit riding. He's gotten hurt enough. Maybe he just, I don't know what he wants to do. I don't know what that kid does. Hangs out at MTF all the time.
All right. So,
Osby back.
That'll be interesting.
Really?
I'm excited. Oh, Colt Nichols. Colt Nichols has come back for East Coast.
Yes.
How do we expect him to do?
Well, we can once again round down.
Okay. Oh, whoa. Calm her down. Hold on a second. That's not fair. Colt only had one big get-off last year. And yes, it screwed up everything. But I think we kind of forget.
No. Pierce Brown down the order.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Nichols as far as he hits the Brown.
No.
Oh, yeah. You really think so?
I heard Nichols looking fast as at the practice
Nichols
track.
won last year.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. But, like, do you really... Yeah.
He won, he carried the red
But what do you
flag for a long
expect?
time.
That's what I was kind of getting at. I thought you were talking about Nichols as far as...
What do I expect him to be? I expect him to be fighting as a podium guy.
Yeah.
God, the East just got way more interesting.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks for the fact that RJ and Jordan are not there, because then that would just more. But like, yeah, no, I mean, now, okay,
Jordan
so,
Smith's irrelevant.
but what I'm saying is, as far as guys being there and racing, you have a deeper class with those two guys there, not as far as winning. But yeah, I mean, now you insert.
I mean, Jordan's a 6 to 9 guy. I mean,
Team tactics, baby.
Jesus. Yeah.
Team tactics.
Well, we know Jeremy doesn't like Chase, so he's not going to play ball.
no.
But Colt will definitely play ball as far as.
The paycheck will play ball.
Yeah,
they
there's a lot of
freed up
balls.
some
There's a lot of
space.
balls flying around.
I mean,
here.
yeah, don't you
A
let
lot of balls. A lot of balls
there.
going around
Yeah,
here.
don't you freed up the paycheck a little
You think
bit.
Colt? You think Colt gets a win?
That I don't know, man.
If he gets a start and goes, yes, because I believe it's all stars aligning and stuff. But let's say Colt gets a start, you got McElrath, Martin in front. I think he can squirt away enough.
You think he scored away? You think he punched Chase off a berm?
mature.
Horny mug.
You think he punched Chase off a berm?
Oof.
If Shane's out front and he's coming through the pack and he's pacing Chase, you think he punts him off a berm?
Maybe.
And then the net catches him? And then Mathis goes, I told you so.
They don't need nets. There's no fans.
So they're just
We're
going
gonna
to...
build
So we just... So
full
we
berms everywhere.
So basically
bro.
what you're saying is that it all came down to we just cared about the fans. We don't care about the riders that they just launched a berm.
Oh yeah, that doesn't matter. No, it's the
Oh.
fans, dude. It's
Whatever
the
fell will
insurance
pay for new
policy.
seating.
I think Baggett definitely disagrees with that because I don't...
Nah, man.
Anyway,
No.
yeah, man. Wow, the East, yeah. The East is going to be very interesting.
Then, like, even in that second group of dudes, I know Osby, I rode with him his first day back.
How do you look? I've seen his stuff
Well,
on
he was
Instagram.
riding a 450,
Oh, okay.
and it was a Husqvarna. And,
Huh. Weird.
but yeah,
Oh, weird.
Weird.
Nobody thought that kind of stuff happened.
No.
Guys riding other different brands of bikes and that.
Actually, JT
No, I thought
said
that was
on
like a
their
normal
podcast
thing.
that
Yeah,
it's-
no,
I didn't, why are you guys surprised?
that was joke.
I'm shocked. I didn't know that ever happened.
Sarcasm.
I wasn't trying to be sarcastic either.
I know.
I'd
we
say,
were being assholes.
Word.
okay, whatever. He rode a Husqvarna 450.
Christ.
And while we were there, he hopped on a Yamaha, and it's like, man, the forks on this Yamaha are way better than this A-Kit on this Husqvarna. A week later, he's riding back on that club team. So.
Well, because
But
of
he
that.
never
Crown's-
even got a shot at the gas monkey thing, which I
Well,
think would have been interesting. If
Crown, we know that
Yeah.
Crown's out. In that, and you insert Josh. Josh had some really good rides last season.
Yes, he did.
Is anybody? Well, no. I don't think Jimmy Dakotas is coming back. So I'm thinking about the next tier of guys, and Jimmy Dakotas isn't coming back as far as I know. I think they're just going.
Really?
I think they're going racing, and Sabachi's not either. He's waiting for outdoors. Amar, Norin, and Tickle. That's all I've seen on their Instagram. They're going with those
Yep.
three. So I mean, Jay Owen, he's coming back. He's healthy after him and Smith. Smith decided to whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah, I don't even know how to
He's
explain
in.
that.
He's in for sure.
Yeah, that team's
Alright.
going right. They're going racing. Who else was kind of real? Oh, Enzo Lopes.
Oops.
Yeah, he had a really
That
good.
whole club team was solid, dude.
How do you think Osby does?
Is Lopes back? I heard he was in Venezuela. Or
I
something.
think Osby
No,
will be
he was
a
bad.
great fantasy pick because now Hill's out.
Yeah.
that sucks.
Which
what
blows,
was it? Hip.
Dislocated hip.
Yep.
Yeah, go ask who.
Wilson.
Yeah. Yeah, that does kind of suck because he
Which
was
that's good,
doing
'cause
well.
he got a good start and was riding really well and kind of starting to find his footing back.
He
in
was
the-
he was inching towards the top 5.
So
Who else really was kind of in that
was
next
I
relevant.
don't know.
tier?
We got to do West Coast too. So.
All right, yeah, no,
yeah,
the East
I mean,
Coast.
I'm trying to think without a list in front of it. It's been so long that kind of stepped away from the sport and started getting into other things the last.
I mean,
Well,
we
we kind
so.
of had to.
I mean, it hasn't really been our choice, but we've
Yeah.
also, So anyway, but
East
now,
is gonna be really good.
yes, East is going to be much better. And now on to the West.
And hang on, one interesting thing about the East though
Here we go.
Fantasy
is what the hell are those guys gonna do when they have 2 weeks off?
I mean, you can leave at that point.
They'll probably go back home, but
Yeah.
I'm thinking they're going to do outdoors, which
Yeah.
a lot of them should have been doing anyway.
They're allowed to leave and then they just got to be back 48
They
hours.
got to do 48 hours.
Because the West Coast guys don't have to go until like next Friday or the Friday after, whatever it is.
I think guys like J Mart though will probably stay there because of the Eli Tomac connection. He'll probably stay close there and go to Colorado or whatever.
Yeah.
But
he'll leave the state.
yeah, more than likely, I bet he does.
Yeah.
But I bet he goes to Eli's place and they probably just start getting a jump on outdoors, which all these guys should have been doing anyway.
Yeah. So okay, West Coast. So we got
Frenchie
is
Fortner.
seven points up.
Yep. Him,
Frenchie,
Fortner, and
Cooper, Fortner, the big three over there.
Yep. And then it's a huge gap back to Hartcraft.
Hartcraft or
And
Alex
Amart.
Martin in there.
Yeah, Amart's fifth. Hartraft is fourth,
Yeah,
Probably,
I think so.
yeah.
which kind of shows the depth of that coast at this point. No disrespect to Brandon, but
Yeah.
I mean,
So
Frenchie
not
got-
really. I don't think there's a lot to really talk about on the West
Frenchie got it wrapped up. Does he win out? Does Fortner
No.
get one? Cooper? You think one of them gets a one?
mm-hmm.
What really?
I'm not totally convinced that Frenchie doesn't win, but you got to think about this, and we'll get into this when we get into the 450s. We had almost an entire off season's worth of break at this point, basically. So this is almost like an entire new season, fresh start, and now you've got all these guys are within like 7 points for 7 rounds here, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, does Justin Cooper come out and win some more again? And Frenchie does. Think about Frenchie's starts. Are we gonna have a long start here?
I think it's gonna be a short start.
Probably short starts most of the
If
time.
I remember correctly, I think it's the last couple times I've been to Utah, it's been a tight left.
Yes. So
that does.
So you're gonna have short
I do see
starts.
Fortner getting a win then.
I think Fortner.
I think Fortner.
One or two.
I think Cooper's gonna get one too.
I-
And I think Jet's gonna get one.
Oh,
I forgot about Jet.
we'll get into that in a second, but man,
Oh wait, that's too many people. We don't have that many West rounds left. We only got 2 in the shootout.
and then the shootout, yeah.
There's only 2 in the shootout.
Yeah, yeah, because East 3, 2 West, East, then East West.
That makes it really interesting then, because if Frenchie gets a it's tight.
Mm-hmm.
Man, but see, here's the thing though. I think we're going to go back to seeing the way Frenchie rode at the beginning of the season, where he was a little bit more aggressive. I mean, he pretty much was aggressive all the way up to, but we know the incident with Craig. We're not going to talk about that.
Is Pretty Boy Craig coming back?
He's been riding it like Glamis with Carson Bumford and all those people. I think he's kind of just waiting for outdoors.
You better just keep vlogging.
Yeah, he might as well. You know, it's all about his kid now. But I think that if he gets a terrible start in the first, if they're not, if he gets a start, I
It
think
is hot. I'm about to overheat.
if he gets a terrible start, I think that he's going to start getting aggressive. I think he's going to start teeing people up.
I think he
because
will
if
get
the track
aggressive
is
too,
not
but-
technical.
But he's still on probation.
Yeah,
so.
this is a whole nother issue. He can't be that aggressive.
Well, let's.
You ever know the Craig incident happened? They're docking it. He's going at least 2 spots, if not more.
If we talk about Jet for a little bit, but also another KTM guy, and I've never promoted KTM riders this much in my entire life, but also another one of my guys, Derek Drake. I think Derek Drake's going to kind of insert his name a little bit.
I don't know about that.
Dude, you are high
High.
on these rookies.
Bro, they've proved that. Well, Pierce Brown hasn't, but Derek Drake, I think enough this year, outdoors into this, has proved himself that he's.
He's been rolling in the brown too.
Yeah, but what did he do? What was he doing at the Triple Crown? What was he doing at the Triple Crown in Arizona?
Rolling in the brown.
He led that third May.
He did.
Second or third May?
I don't know. One of
Rolled
them,
in the
but you're
brown.
right.
Stars aligned. Rolled in the brown.
You're a hater, bro. You're a hater. God.
I mean, yeah, he's got some speed too, but I don't think he's going to insert himself too much in this.
If he gets a start though when the track's not technical.
I still think he's going to get eaten up. I mean, you're going to have Cooper, Frenchie, and Fortner and Jet all blow by him.
I think he beats Brandon. I think he beats Hartraft.
No. Our track looked pretty good.
I think he beats him.
Supercross.
Whatever, dude. I think he beats him. I do. I think he beats him. I think he beats Hartraft.
So who wins the 2 West races in your mind? Go.
As much as I'd like to say that I think Fortner's gonna get a win, because I talk about Fortner, but I think that with Frenchie getting the starts those last couple rounds, like good starts for him, I think that I think Frenchie wins both West rounds.
What about
I just don't think the guys are on his level.
Frenchie.
Yeah, I don't think so. When he gets a start, I think Fortner is the closest, but even then, it's shown that he's not. I mean, Frenchie can catch and pass it because his whoop speed's better.
What about you?
It kind of depends on what the track's gonna look like. For
Look,
you
don't
too.
waffle on this. Just give me 2 winners here.
Frenchie.
Yeah. What do you? I know that I know you're high on Jet, and I know that you said.
I
that
think
Cooper's
Jet's going to win one, and I think Cooper's going to win the other one.
So
I don't think Frenchie's going to win.
Can we talk about Jet for just 1 second? Okay, all of us like him. You know, all of us, I think all of us kind of, even you said you like Hunt, all of us like the Lawrence brothers. They bring a different type of attitude, the Australian thing. But can we go back to that race that he was leading for just a moment and just break that down a little bit?
Sure can.
Look at all the things that happened. We talk about how great he was riding and he was killing it. Had he not crashed, Dylan was not going to make up that time. We all kind of know that.
Yep.
But can we all talk about how that race was going and the reasons why he was up front the way he was? Fortner wadded shit. Frenchie got buried, crashed with Craig. Jet was out front because he had a lot of things go his way. Can we talk about what it was like going up to that race? And I know we can talk about he was built. But if you want to break that race down, he only was leading by a huge gap because a lot of things were getting given to him. Do we really believe that if Frenchie gets a start, that he wins? No.
I don't think he has a switch to turn it off.
And dude,
And we saw that.
that's another thing that scares me with him. If the tracks aren't technical by the first West Coast round, and there's nowhere to make up, dude, he's gonna go balls to the wall. And I don't want to hear, well, he got hurt and all this time off. It's kind of get him to tone down. Jet's always been like this. This entire time he's been professional. He was even doing over in the GPs. He's always been very erratic. He's very naturally talented. But you don't think that he's gonna bonsai a set of whoops and just wad himself into the ground to try to win? I don't think we talk about staying out of the brown. I think he watched.
All your rookie boys are in the brown.
Well, they're rookies.
Exactly.
They're rookies. I like Jet, and I would love to say that I can see him getting a win, man. But a lot of things I think have to go his way. Because do we really believe outright speed?
I can see a podium for him though.
Yeah, but is he faster than Frenchie?
No.
Is he faster than Cooper?
Maybe.
Is he faster than Fortner? So that's my point. Podium would be great for him, man. But are you saying he does
I can see a podium.
Do you say he wins outright, Travis? Because I know that you're more high on this than.
I mean, I don't care if it's outright, but I don't see Frenchie being able to come back and just click those starts back in. Like
Okay, so what about Cooper and Fortner?
Cooper, yes, could be an issue for him. I think Fortner's another one that between I don't think he gets great starts all the time anymore, and hitting the deck. I mean, he plays in the brown a lot too.
I know he does.
So. And I think he's going to go in here even more than what Frenchie is, Bonsai, as far as like, I got to win, I got to win. So I see him hitting the deck.
So the 2 rounds, if we're not counting the East-West, so he gets a win because 3 guys have it. Like all 3 guys are going to have issues.
Well, I honestly think he's a tick faster speed-wise than Cooper. So I could see a race where Frenchie doesn't get a good start, Forkner hits the ground as per normal, and then you have those 2 out front, and I think Jet is smooth enough to have, like I said, a tick more speed.
So he does get a little bit of a gift, which is fine.
Yes,
but he gets a little bit of a gift.
However you want to call it, with Forkner hitting the ground.
You're still winning. Winning is winning, but
Frenchie getting a bad start. But that's just who he is. He gets bad starts.
He does.
So
it starts at the end of the West Coast rounds were a little bit better.
They were a lot better, yes.
But yeah, if the short start.
What if St. Louis happens again?
Yeah.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you guys. I mean, he's not going to change his stripes overnight, or even however long it's been.
So another guy on the West kind of disappeared, McAdoo.
Oh man, I completely forgot about him.
Yeah,
he's been riding nothing but Supercross.
He was riding with AC the other day.
Was he?
Oh yeah.
I think I saw a video of him.
Talked shit to AC a lot. He said.
So there's another guy that I feel has a little more experience under his belt, and I think can run better than Jet.
I honestly forgot about McAdoo. Which kind of sucks because I've always kind of been on the McAdoo train. Yeah, I completely forgot about him. I think McAdoo's actually faster than Jet, to be honest with you.
Maybe. That's what I said.
I do.
I think he's a little better.
And he's already won a heat race.
And Hartrain?
Oh.
Yep.
And he's already won a heat.
Reeled off some podiums.
Yeah, I completely forgot. Ooh, yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. I completely forgot about him.
What about, there's another guy here. What about Mosman?
What?
Oh, the West is getting deeper!
Holy shit. We forgot about everything.
Because let's face it, Mosman at Oakland, which is similar dirt.
And he was trying to stick it to Fortner.
He was down in the brown too.
Yeah, Fortner decided to brake check down the middle of the start straight, and that was a little stupid. Nose wheelie, just right in the middle of the start straight. Yeah, that's cool, dude. Whatever.
Yeah, because he's not scared to stick it in there on anybody.
That's another dude that plays in the brown a lot.
He does.
He does. And it's not usually by his own doing either, too. It's other stuff happening.
Yeah, just weird, out of control stuff.
Man, yeah, I think we kind of, because we've taken this break, we've kind of forgotten where these guys really are.
Yeah.
But I think we're all getting excited because it's coming back. Because I think if this was like the middle of the season, we'd be like, well, Mosman and McAdoo, like it's pretty much a 3-horse race. But it's like now, like you said, it's a new life. It's a new season. Pretty much. It's a 7-round sprint. So
That car's overheating again, huh? Who wins that title? The West.
Frenchie.
French.
Yeah, I think so too, honestly.
I think Frenchie wins. I think Frenchie wins West, and
Good thing I got that thing going.
I think the East is going to be a little bit closer because Shane is good on those tracks, but I think that Chase is going to win it too.
All right.
Because a 10-point swing, I think there's a lot more going on now, but I think a 10-point swing might be a little bit too much.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard.
Yeah.
Who wins the East-West shootout though? You think it's just somebody?
You know what?
Some random guy.
That could be the one I see Jeff.
Because that kind of leads
Okay.
me. That kind of leads me into my next question. Who, one for each coast. Who is gonna go out there and try to prove a point? And what guy is just gonna be there just to collect his paycheck?
I think with East, I think that Nichols is going to try to prove a point because if you really think about his entire situation, I think he has more to prove than anybody because once again, he was leading last year. And there's a lot of people, and I was kind of one of them that believe that he could have won that championship had he not had, 1 or 2 bad rounds and then got hurt. And where was it? Was it Seattle? Whatever. So I think he has a point to prove on the East. I think that McAdoo has a point to prove on the West.
Same two dudes. I was gonna say.
And what was your last question?
Who is just gonna be there collecting a paycheck?
Jalek Swole.
Well, that's probably true too.
Jalek Swole.
Just there to be there.
Just Jalek Swole. Yeah. No, I'm not changing. That's funny, but I'm serious. Jalek Swole.
What coast is he on?
East.
East. All
Jalek
right.
Swole.
Who we got on the west?
A-Mart.
Amart just there.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that bike's a turn.
Yeah.
Dude, Suzuki, just kick it, bro. That's their new. That should be their new thing.
It's a
man.
new motto.
New motto. Suzuki,
I don't
just
know.
kick it,
R&D's
bro.
gone. I think they're just going to be kicking the whole moto department to the curb.
So we're kind of on the same.
I'm on the same kind of deal there.
Do you agree or no?
Who's out to prove a point? I think Justin Cooper is out. He's
Yeah.
gonna be out to prove
Just
one.
going to be balls to the walls.
Yeah. I mean, let's face it. He won the first race.
First race.
Did he win 1 and 3 or
One and
he won 2, right?
he won. Yeah.
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 Wow.
No, he
Not
didn't win
even
St.
on my
Louis.
right
He didn't
now.
win St. Louis.
Never.
He won 1 and 4.
I
He
don't
won
know.
2
He
races.
won 2 races. Though.
Yeah, I think it was
so.
the
He
first
won
one.
2, and he had a couple of podiums in between,
Yeah.
and then he really didn't do a whole lot after that.
Yep.
For when they wrapped up, so I think he's going to come out with the point to prove of, hey, I'm still relevant, and I'm still in this title contention. East Coast.
And I don't think you can say Chase or Shane because we know that they have
No.
a to begin with because
Yeah.
they won 2.
Man, maybe on the East, maybe we just say Hunter Lawrence because he hasn't rode Supercross and he's hyped somewhat, but now the hype is kind of, I feel like, dwindled.
You
So
got to prove to everybody
Yeah.
he's full.
I think you just
Yeah.
should stay away from riding this week.
yeah,
Don't ride. Just don't.
I
Don't
think
ride.
natural talent guys like that would be better off.
You would think so.
now who's just collecting a paycheck? I mean, George Smith.
But he's not racing though.
Doesn't matter. He's still
Depends
just
on what
collecting
kind
a
of
paycheck.
clauses he's got.
Oh, he's probably still getting money.
He's got an injury clause?
I'd imagine so. Probably.
That'd be smart if I was his agent.
no shit.
I don't know who else, man. To be really honest
Jalek
with
Swole.
you. Jalek Swole.
Sure. Jalek Swole.
Sure. I don't really know. That's a hard question.
I
So,
don't really care. It's Jalek Swole.
anything else 250 wise here before we take a break and bust
No.
back in with the 450s and close this out?
Oh.
Okay, cool. So we'll take a quick break, come back with 450s. We'll let your camera cool down there, bud. Welcome back to the Moto Aftermath Show. Okay, so we're back with 450s here. So green or red, I guess, is the question. Which one?
Red.
Ride red, get beep.
Thanks for beeping that. That didn't cost me $10 this time.
No, shh.
Is-
I almost did it.
Wow. Yes.
I got a theory on the mean green.
Yeah, okay. Let's hear the
It's
theory.
like,
Baby.
We'll just start right off with the 2 big dogs here. We won't pull
Okay,
no
yeah.
punches.
No,
we
that's
got
fine.
Roxon and Eli.
We gotta keep the show, you know.
Oh, he's not
in
big
the
dog.
range.
Oh, okay.
No, he's
Aaron
a little puppy
Plessinger?
dog.
Aaron Plessinger? He's tall.
Ankle biting.
Okay.
So A1 every
He's
year.
like turned down his stool, like facing
what are you
me.
doing,
Like, he
Ryan?
wants to straddle my legs so bad today.
Like I'm like this way. I'm just
It's
looking at you. and He's just
ridiculous.
looking. Oh, okay.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
Unbelievable. Back to my point.
Anyway.
It's like a second A1.
Yep. So is
And,
AC gonna win this one then?
Good God.
I just want to point out how slow Tomac starts to a new season every year.
Yep.
is this going to be like that? And Roxon is on the other end of the spectrum. He
Roxon
comes
fired
out
hard
swinging.
the first half. Yep.
Well, A1 wasn't great, but yes, you are right. Because then look what he did in St. Louis.
Right.
Went out and annihilated
Right.
everybody.
And Tomac was just,
He was dookie at the first 2 rounds.
Yep.
if you're dookie at the first 2 rounds in this little series,
You're done.
You're screwed.
Because I also, we were talking about it, but I also have a
we're
thought.
kind of thinking that.
Yeah. But more to your point, but I also have a thought.
And kind of what Travis said, dude, the ROI better be pretty good on Cowie renting that whole track out for the month.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because they must be really banking on getting this title and doing anything possible to rent out a whole track.
Yeah, especially from Bracken Hall. So,
AC's gonna get a win, right?
no.
Still, you don't think so?
Nope.
I think he pulls one
I
out.
don't
I think so, too.
I don't think so. Unless it's the last round and there's nothing to prove.
You're
Bro, we don't have enough time to get into this, but I told you how his season was going to go.
This is
and
like second season for me.
Yeah, I don't-
We've been off 8 fucking weeks.
I do not
He's
care.
literally had an injury, missed 2 races,
I do not care.
and is now back.
I don't see it happening.
He's back, baby.
No, just like
He's back,
just like
baby.
your boy Zach
He's
Osborne.
back.
Just like Zach Osborne.
He's back.
Just like freaking Zach
Alright.
Osborne.
Oh yeah, Zach Osborne's back too. He's,
Yeah, whatever. Oh, he's in it. He's in
back 3/4 of the seat in
Yeah.
3 quarters.
8 to 12.
We won't
8
get,
to 12.
We won't get into that, Zach. That's sad.
But to my point, and we were talking about this before Cole got here. So the schedule being the first race being Sunday, so we all kind of know Monday's gonna be their day off, and I believe that they're either gonna try to go find somewhere to ride, or they're gonna do a little bit of training on Tuesday. Probably not ride, just train. And then you're back at the races Wednesday. Thursday's your day off. Friday you're gonna go find a place to ride, but if you're not on a Kawasaki, it's not gonna be Supercross. So at that point, really no point. Saturday, maybe some circuit training.
I bet there's another.
There is, but we know it's not going to be up to snuff of what a super. So it's like, what are you going to do? So then Sunday. So Mathis pointed out this on their show, talking about the mental stability. I'm not talking about anybody in particular. But we know that these guys mentally aren't the strongest sometimes. I'm not talking about Eli. I'm not talking about Kenny. I'm not talking about anybody. So I think that.
The battery died in that thing, too.
Good Lord.
Oh,
God.
Batteries are dead.
Amateur hour here. Okay,
So,
continue your point.
Production is really stepping up.
I know, good Lord. So, we kind of know with these guys, like, say you come into the races and one of the nights they're just not feeling it. Or a suspension's off, whatever. We kind of know how these guys are, especially with Kenny. Like, hey, I'll just grind it out, get points, and then I'll work on it during the week. Whether it's chassis, we have to do an engine package, but they shouldn't be it anyways at this point. They should have everything set. Work on some technique or whatever. Well, think about it. Now they're not going to be able to do that. So these guys going in saying, oh, hey, if I have a bad night, I'll just take it off, figure it out during the week. That's over with. There's no figuring it out during the week. You don't have time.
No.
So I personally believe, and I don't know about you guys, but I believe that and Matt also disagrees that it's still going to take it easy. I don't believe these guys are going to be able to afford to have a night off. I'm not saying they're going to go balls to the wall every night, but I don't think this whole, like Kenny's approach, I don't think it's going to work for these 7 rounds. Because whatever, if he's not feeling it throughout the night and, hey, I need to go work on it during the week, you don't get to do that anymore.
No.
So I don't feel like these guys that are battling for this championship can afford to have a night off. Because even though really the only thing that's changed is they're racing 2 times in 1 week, but you're out of your routine. And we all know these guys are creatures of habit. So if you have a bad night, you ain't fixing it during the week. And we also know that your crew is limited. Now, yes, a phone call will happen.
I think Roxon is mentally strong enough to where he can hit the reset button though.
Yeah, because he's
think-
done through more shit than
I
anybody
think
else.
Tomac though, he has a bad night. He's still thinking about it 2 days later.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a mental case.
and now he can't go back home.
It can't go unwind, can't
Yeah.
do anything like that. He's got to
Can't
go to
kill a
Bracken
bear.
Hall. He's got to go to Bracken Halls in his
whatever.
motorhome.
Yeah, exactly. So
Where Kenny, he has a somewhat under par night. I think he can wake up in the morning and say,
Well-
"Hey, here's round 1 again."
and his mentality, he's been doing that this whole entire year.
Yes.
So he's used to it. Like when Eli has a bad night, it's not because he meant to do it, which Kenny never does. I'm not saying that. But Eli, his approach is, I want to go out and win every night. Kenny knows, hey, there's just some nights I'm not going to win. And we've seen it enough times this year. But that leads me to the third guy that I think is going to benefit more than anybody.
Oh boy, here we go.
Cooper Webb.
Cooper freaking Webb. God, I need to stop promoting KTMs. What the hell is happening right
I
now?
don't know, man.
Jesus.
I don't even know who you are.
Cooper Webb. I think he, and I know you didn't ask it, but I think that he has more to prove than any of these guys. Because look how, before the break, gets hurt at Houston, loses a bunch of points, because he was
How
only
about
like
Dallas?
what?
How about
Was it Dallas? Whatever.
We ain't going
Texas, I don't give a shit. He was like what, 5-6 points out, right? It was close, maybe a little bit more than that, but it wasn't a huge gap. Okay.
I don't know what that noise is.
So then he loses a bunch of points, goes out in Atlanta, has one of the most, I don't care what anybody says, that was a gutsy ride. That was ridiculous.
Why do you keep looking at me?
No,
So it's the error.
and then at Daytona, he was okay.
Natural air.
But now he's had time to,
I don't know what that
now he's had time, he's healthy again.
This
We
is
would
the
hope.
greatest show ever.
I know, he was healthy again.
God damn it.
I think that
C-check.
as far as championship, he's not going to have any effect, but I think that, hey buddy, what's up? I think that Cooper Webb's going to come out and have some great rounds.
I think so too. Wow, he's got way more ventilation than me.
I know,
over there
dude.
With that fan.
Jesus.
Anyway, no wonder I'm sweating over there.
I know, dude.
But I think, yeah, Webb, I think he's a good hard pack guy as well. And watching some old videos of Salt Lake, I think if the temperature does go down, it's not baking in the sun like that,
Yeah.
they can maneuver it around. And it will rut up and be a little different.
Well, and we know as far as temperature, it's not going to affect him.
So, no. Animal.
Yeah, he's an animal. He's going to be fine, you know. But man, I expect him to come out and get wins. Actually, I'll stamp that shit
I think
right now.
so, too.
I think with 7 rounds, it would not surprise me if he gets 2 or 3 wins.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I do see AC throwing a wrench in the works, though.
Yeah, I don't think he gets a win, but I think that it's just going to be another guy you're bringing back. Who else is really? It's just kind of AC's coming back, right? I mean, I know that Tickle's coming back, but Savat, as far as guys that were hurt,
Savasi's not.
Marv, we know, I don't even think he's on a bike right
Marv.
now. I don't think he's even been on a bike.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, AC, but I don't expect Cooper to win this title, but if anybody's counting him out, you're crazy.
Yeah.
I think he's going to come back with a vengeance. I think now he's healthy. Because like I said, he was in that championship fight going into Dallas.
Yep.
He was in that
Even
fight.
that was with 2 rounds of Rona.
Yeah, I know, exactly. He was in that championship hunt, and who's to say what would have happened had those rounds not happened? I mean, I'm not saying he'd be the points leader right now, but I think that you can't forget about Cooper Webb.
3-horse race right now.
I mean, I know.
Way even closer 3-horse race. I guess.
So yeah, I don't know how about you feel, but I think he gets 2 to 3 wins, man.
I mean, I think he's coming out with a points proof for sure. He definitely has an edge there, and he's lucky because now we've gotten this time off.
This
so
reset.
He's got this reset. And I listened to an interview he did with, was it Weeds or whatever? He's pretty pumped to get
Juiced
back.
up.
Yeah, he's juiced up to get back at it. So
And we know mentally he's not going to get affected
Yes.
by any of this crap. This is actually, talk about Kenny, he's one of the better suited guys for a situation
Yes.
like this. Because he don't let that stuff get in, he doesn't care about all that crap.
now let me ask you this. So we got AC obviously coming back, and then you got Barsha basically on a reset here.
Anderson as well.
Anderson, I think, is just going to go through the motions.
Yep, Anderson
Well,
is
he's
the
not
guy.
good. He's not
Anderson
good
is
up
the
there
guy.
either.
Yeah, but I heard that the what's it called? Elevation, whatever the hell he's got. What the fuck am I? What's the
Altitude
word?
sickness?
Altitude sickness. There we go. He, I heard after you're there for like 48 hours, it's gone.
Well, I don't even mean that. I'm just saying, historically, he hasn't been great.
I mean, maybe he'll rip all the spokes out of his front wheel again in the first turn of the first race, and then that'll be the end of it. But
Maybe he'll just take a trip to the dispensary and stay over.
Well,
Yeah.
He's
He owns
so
part one, you know.
I know,
Oh,
he
yeah.
told me.
I know.
He's
Smart
yeah,
guy.
no, I don't have anything. But Barsha and AC are the two that I think could get up with these 3 and make shit happen. Especially AC, because
I think
we got speed there.
Barsha doesn't forget. And if Tomac's coming through the back,
Well,
I think there's going to
we
be
could
fireworks. I
there,
think there's
yeah.
still going to be some fireworks there. And those 2 go back a long way. Like, again, you get bored and start watching compilations.
Oh,
on
dude, I've been
YouTube
watching
and
so
stuff.
many old Vert Moto videos. By the way, they're coming back.
Really?
Supposedly.
Oh.
Yeah, they're coming back.
What is it? Journée part of it?
I think so. They're coming back in some.
I know, they've been posting some content. Anyway.
Any Hoosier.
No, yeah, because those 2 go way back. I was watching videos, like,
Well, and you
I
got,
was too busy trying to kill Barsha.
I
That's
know.
Tomac saying that. But
well, you got to think about the other thing with Barsha too. He gets 3rd or better in either series,
Keeps the contract.
guaranteed contract. So, and he's what 4 points out or some shit like that from Webb.
he hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's gonna be real hungry to get that
Well,
contract.
We hungry.
We know everything going on with the
Guys
guys.
ain't in because
Those first 4, and then if you want to talk about Anderson and AC as kind of being the outliers and stuff. What about the guys that were on that second tier? You know, you got, well, how's Party Marty going to do? Does Party Marty keep
Dude,
building on Atlanta?
Marty likes to party.
Does
All right.
Dean Wilson drop into the top 5?
Dino's been riding good. You know, we talking about with the Lawrence brothers, even though they're 250 guys, it's a good group of guys to have around, loosen you up, because Dino, we know mentally sometimes he gets overwhelmed. I'm not even going to talk about Baggett because
Yeah, who knows?
Bag it.
Who knows?
You know, maybe he takes
But he's
out
a guy
Tomac.
that can come in and do it. Yeah, he ain't gonna forget.
Yeah,
either.
well, you know, Atlanta kind of was ridiculous. Kind of
Yep.
some bull.
He ain't gonna forget.
AP is now training at the goat farm. He's down there with Savachi. He is not, you know, he's not doing his program with Barsha anymore. I don't know why, but
That's interesting.
He's at the goat farm. Yeah, he's been there for a couple weeks now. Your guy Zach Osborne's back, but I don't think that's really going to have much. He'll have flashes of brilliance, but he's not going to insert himself into getting wins.
What if it's a complete turnaround for him? Like, let's say
I mean,
all
it
the shit
could
we went
be.
through the first 10 rounds and it was so bad. What if it's just completely different?
The only reason why I say I don't think that is because he said numerous times in interviews that he's more focused on outdoors.
Well, all right.
That's the only reason I say
that's
that. Not,
fair. I'm just
not
saying.
him personally, but he's just said enough times, like, hey, we're finishing out Supercross, and if things go well, but I'm looking to outdoors. You know, so that's the only reason why I say that.
All 6 rounds of it.
Yeah, all 4.5 rounds.
Yeah.
Who else really? I mean,
Benny Bloss, he's just gonna.
yeah, he's gonna be there.
Top 10 guy.
Noren's once again just gonna be there.
Bowers is gonna be
Bowers.
there. Chad Reed's gonna be there.
Whatever, on a KTM now.
Yeah.
That's interesting too. Oh, you want to talk about a guy just collecting a paycheck?
Oh, he's just definitely collecting a paycheck.
Yeah.
Who else have we kind of got? I mean, Brayton, actually might have been good for him.
Brayton,
I think
think
that's good for him.
this whole situation will go well for him.
I think that it's been a good reset for him. I think that maybe, I don't know about top 5, maybe.
He might squeak one in there. I don't know. I mean, yeah, think about it. He literally is one of the dudes that's like, whatever, wherever we're gonna race, however we're gonna race, I'm gonna do it. So,
But one guy, and I know you guys are gonna, I know what you are gonna say before I even say it.
There
Oh,
we
do you
go.
know where I'm going? I don't think you guys know where I'm going.
No.
Hang on.
Oh, he's on a Honda.
Can I guess?
He's on a Honda.
Spooky.
No, his teammate.
Oh, Justin Hill.
Yeah, you'd have laughed if I said Vince Freeze.
it's like, that's where my head went, and I was like, do you think Vince Freeze is gonna do something?
Justin Hill.
I think he
Take out Daytona, because we know. Really?
I mean,
he was starting to pick
that
up steam,
depends.
dude. He was really
Are they
picking
gonna let
up.
him punch a wall before he gets started? Because if they're like in that one race,
He's
they're
gonna
like,
punch
oh
the
no, then nah.
He's gonna punch the 30 card girl right in the face.
That'd be
No,
awesome.
that's not 6 feet apart.
His arm's not that long.
I think that Justin Hill. I really do. Now I watched a recent interview that he did. I think it was with Racer X or Swap, maybe. Maybe it was.
Was he still cocky, old Hill?
Oh, for sure, dude. He was talking about, I wanted to ride and this and that, but I think all this is bull crap, and I've had to find other things to do, and
He's a
shoulda-
fucking idiot.
He was being a douche. But I will say, I think that if you want to talk about somebody that kind of appreciate the situation and kind of come back and like, hey, I have a point to prove, I think it's Justin Hill. I don't care about what happened in Daytona. None of us expected him to do well in Daytona. But those rounds, the 3 rounds before that, I think it was, like, dude.
The Triple Crown, he was on the money.
Well, look what he was doing in Atlanta. He was running top 3. What was he in? Was he in second or third for the longest time?
I don't know, but
When,
yeah.
when Party Marty was out front, he was in second or
Fucking
third.
Marty.
Yep, got a heat win.
So, you want to talk about a guy, especially if it's a short start, he gets out front. The whoops are small because he thinks he's the fastest dude in the whoops.
Sure.
I think that Justin Hill is going to be, and same thing with Malcolm. I think that you might see a sense of urgency out of him because. What'd you keep saying? Every interview, he wanted to just make it through the year. Well, now we got 7 rounds. It's basically a sprint to the finish. He doesn't ride outdoors.
He ain't riding outdoors.
He ain't riding outdoors. So maybe we see last year Mookie show up a few rounds.
Heat race Mookie?
Heat race
Mookie's gonna be there?
Yeah, hopefully Glendale Mookie doesn't show up.
Oh.
Yeah. Hopefully that guy doesn't show up.
Hopefully
Yeah.
they put a new chain on.
Yeah, no, I mean,
New chain roller. Okay. Anything else major? I mean, I think we've covered what we pretty much can cover here.
Man, I had a
just
point
gotta
I was
go
going to
race.
make, but I think I don't even know where it went.
well, I'm trying to think of if we haven't forgotten anybody. We talked about Husky. We talked about Cowie. We talked about Honda. MCR. We talked about Baggett's team, Rocky Mountain. KTM is just cool. JGR. I mean, who else really? Who else was really doing anything up to that point? Talk about Party Marty.
A-Ray, bro.
I don't give a crap about A-Ray.
A-Ray, dude.
I don't
Just
care.
Send it, dude.
I don't care. Just like I don't care about Adam Mentic.
I'm gonna send it, dude.
That 7 Deuce can. Person on that team. Well, I don't know if he's riding Supercross.
Here we go.
Oh God.
Fuck you guys. I don't care. Don't talk about Max Anstey like that, you sons of bitches.
Oh my God.
We'll get into that when we talk about outdoors. My guy's back.
Oh boy.
Probably not on a Supercross track though.
He's got a dialed chick.
Of course he does. She's hot. Max Anstey. If he's in Supercross, we're good. We're good.
Oh God.
Top
All right.
15.
Whatever you say, man. Whatever you say. So.
All right, so who wins the championship?
I mean, I think we all agreed that Kenny was going to win it.
It really, really pains me to say that I'm gonna go there.
Oh, God.
Are you really going to be the odd man out here?
Dude,
He doesn't
he's
start.
gotta do it.
I hate you so much right now.
He's gotta.
I hate you so much right now.
I don't like him.
I'm telling Matt.
Not a chance.
I'm telling Matt. You're about to get blown out in the comments.
Dude, I'm so.
I hate you.
I'm sticking to my guns. I have a Ken Roxon poster above my gun.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
Okay. All right.
I almost converted. I'm on the edge.
All right, so one last question then. Does anybody outside of Eli, Kenny, or Coop get a win?
Yeah, AC.
Okay, you?
That was a dumb question.
I think some weird shit happens.
Does
Like,
Barsha, Anderson, do they have a shot? You think so?
I think Barsha has a shot.
Anderson, no.
Okay.
Anderson's
collecting a paycheck.
No,
Okay.
think he's just there. Yeah, Barsha.
Okay. All right. I mean, I can't disagree.
And like you said, only surprise winner Justin Hill.
Yeah. And I don't even know if I go as far as saying a winner, but a podium, I definitely can see it, or a few. I just think that he had too much confidence going in before all this.
Been smoking a little bit too much of that wacky tobacco there, thinking Justin Hill's going to pick up a win.
I've been smoking cigars, but not wacky tobacco.
Yeah, you see cigars, wacky
Oh,
tobacco.
cigars?
Yeah, dude, I do.
Bro, dude.
Not Black and Mild, like actual real cigars.
Like you
Bro.
put like a cowboy hat on.
He is
kick
like
back.
a grown fucking man now, all right? He
What the hell,
smokes.
dude? Dude, I got
a cigar.
He's
Yeah, bro.
cultured.
You come over. We'll smoke cigars together.
He-
Hey, you! I
culture.
want my cutter back.
I'll get you a nice Cuban, and we'll have some Johnny
How are
Walker.
you getting Cuban?
Oh Jesus!
I know, guy.
That sounds
Johnny
like-
Walker's a racer. What the fuck are you guys doing over there?
What the
Bunch of
fuck?
weirdos.
Yeah, I don't want
Johnny Walker
I don't
Black.
want any piece of
Some
black.
Johnny
Johnny
Black.
Walker is also
Black.
not black.
He's white.
No,
He is a white guy
God.
from England.
Different spelling.
Wow.
One has a Y, the other has an IE.
Wow. This
Kind of
this
blues
conversation's really going downhill here. I don't know, man. Yeah,
You're aging.
I wish I made that kind of money that I could be like, yo, I'm gonna smoke cigars because I'm fancy.
Hang on, dude. Look at all those gray hairs, dude.
He's older than I am. Just because you're a young pup.
Oh,
Jesus
oh,
Christ.
And them
hairs.
cigars are turning your hairs gray.
Yeah, man, you might want to tone back on that, dude.
All right, so Chase, Dylan, and Kenny.
I don't think you quite got Elon Musk money yet. So
No, I
you
don't.
wanna
I
tone it
wish I
back.
did.
Oh, me too.
Chase, Dylan, and Eli or Kenny, right?
Yep,
Okay.
great.
Do you think Chase wins these?
We need to shut the cameras off before we continue on any more
All right.
conversations.
Okay.
Let's be
All
back.
right. We're done.
All right, so this has been another episode of the Moto Aftermath Show presented
Hang on, I'm
by.
in the center. I'm hosting right now.
Oh wow. Okay. Well,
Okay,
wrap it
well, I
up
might as
then,
well
bro.
check
I'm just
phone
kidding.
now.
I don't want to.
All right, great. All right. So this
Shout out
has been.
Statler Boys. Go to my channel.
Oh my God, here we go. So this has been another episode of the Moto Aftermath Show, presented by TLR Coatings and Durango Guitar Works. We are back. Just in case I didn't say at the beginning, we're only doing one show a week. We're not doing two. We don't have that much time. To be
Yeah,
really
or
honest with
leave
you.
some feedback. What would you
Yes.
guys want to see? Once a week, once.
So the
every 2
Mondays
weeks,
then?
or
Kinda
whatever,
Yes,
yeah.
Mondays, and we will cover 2 races on Monday. Is basically what we'll do. Well, first one will be 1, and the second one will
Or
be 2.
maybe we
whatever.
can just all get together and watch the race together Sunday and just hammer it out.
I mean,
fresh
Okay,
after the
sure.
race.
Well, it's going to have to be later in the night because I work till 8 o'clock.
That's fine.
Okay. I'm good.
Dude,
I'll
this-
burn a
just
midnight
'cause he's got bedtime, bro.
Burn a midnight cigar with you.
He's got a
I
bedtime.
don't know how old he is, so I don't really care.
He's young. He's got bedtime, bro.
How old are you?
14.
What?
I know, right?
All right, I definitely didn't think that. I thought
I
he was
know,
older.
that's what everybody says, right? 14-year-old looks like he's 18, like whatever,
Jesus,
dude.
okay. All right, so whatever, man. Well, it's you know,
Anyway.
school's out. He's fine.
Yeah, dude, I mean, dude.
School.
All right, dude. I'll come straight from work on Sunday and we'll watch the race.
All right.
Can't do Wednesdays though. Not gonna be here till 1 in the morning.
You think Wyman will show up?
No,
Are we inviting him?
No.
no. Wyman won't show up.
I mean, if he, I mean, yeah. I don't
he's
know.
like paying. I'm not paying him.
If I trump his comments in the group chat again.
Oh, boy.
Oh, dude, we
All right.
bullshit about fantasy.
Thanks for tuning in. I know I forgot to say at the beginning, there's Patreon, there's Amazon links, there's all this stuff down below. I almost swore that time. There's all this stuff down below to support us. Social media, follow us on that. 601 Media, who's doing all the video work for us now. And we will be back next week with some racing action. Thanks for tuning in. We're all pointing